We're at Supersonic Brick Show 2026 with this fantastic vintage collection. I'm joined by Laura. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, and I have to say I am absolutely fascinated and blown away with everything in front of me. Tell me all about it. How did you start this fascinating collection of vintage Lego?
Well, it started with a friend of a friend passed away, and they had a big box of Lego, and nobody really knew what was in it, and we bought it, and it turned out to be some of the sets from the 70s and some from the 60s, and they were really cool, and it just got me and my husband thinking of what else was around. 4.5 years later, we got a little bit more.
So how did you go about getting all of this then? Naturally, I reckon you can get individual parts from Bricklink, for example, to make them up, but have you been able to get anything, not so much new in box, but any instructions intact, any boxes intact? What's the process been to be able to acquire what you have here?
Everything is made with time-accurate bricks, so I taught myself how to date Lego bricks. So everything is made from sets with time-accurate bricks, so there's no modern bricks on all the older sets. But you buy it all over toy fairs, train fairs. Vintage actually turned out to be quite good for vintage Lego, but you just look everywhere for it. It's around, and quite good prices as well.
Of all the items you have here, what is, I'm going to say, the most difficult item that you knew that you wanted, but you struggled to get a hold of?
It'd be the wooden toys at the end. They're kind of the bits that we really wanted. The yo-yo, having one of the very first toys that Lego ever made, a wooden yo-yo for us was a bit of the holy grail item that we really wanted. And when we finally got it, it was really good.
So having said that, of course, having noticed some of the earliest toys ever in those protective cases, how do you not have a time machine going back in time to be able to get them? Like, how did you acquire those of all things? That is absolutely insane to be able to see them intact as well.
We've been quite lucky. We've actually made a friend out who lives out in Denmark, and they have connections to the Lego family. So everything, all of the really early stuff is what we buy from him, and it can all be verified on Lego archives. So we're quite lucky that we buy a lot from him.
Was there any particular item in this collection that, I guess, surprised you? So you say you and your husband were building up this collection. Was there something he got and you just come home one day, oh cool, you got that? Was there any particular item that made you react in such a way?
No, we're pretty good. We do tend to do purchases together because a lot of the shopping for the vintage is done at weekends. We're normally together anyway. So the only thing we've disagreed on recently is one of us wanted to buy a wooden train and one of us wanted to buy a wooden iron. And the iron won, and we've got a wooden iron instead. But that's about it. But no, we're pretty good at doing it together now.
The first one I'll say is, what is the item, when you take this to shows like we have here, what's the one item that people point to the most, that at least that you would say?
Oh, it would be either the Yellow Castle or the Barracuda ship at the end. They're the ones that most people recognise and get a lot of love. The Yellow Castle is just iconic. Most people know of the Yellow Castle.
My final question then is, where can we find you online? Do you have any social media pages?
We have a Facebook page at the moment. It's just Taylor's Vintage Collection, where we post things we found, travels we're going on, shows we're doing. It all goes on there.
Excellent. We'll make sure to check that out. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.